Alright, so the reason that I'm shirtless right now is not to show off my winter body, but to show that I currently have castor oil smeared all over my abdomen. So in this video I'm going to go over the ways that I've used castor oil over the years. I want to say this right from the start. I've never gotten any hair regrowth from using castor oil. But that's how I got into it, because about 10 years ago I saw this blog post by this guy, Swiss Temples, and probably the best results I've ever seen, where he'd use castor oil and microneedling mostly to regrow little hairs like that were visible and kind of long, or at least were elongating at his last blog post, from entirely bald scalp. I'd never seen that. Never seen bald scalp grow hair. And this guy he was like one of the first guys to rebel against the dogma of the hair loss forums at the time. And then he disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. But that got me on the castor oil, so I started taking that. I did his whole protocol for months, probably even a year. Didn't help, but still, like, and I've never forgotten that. There must be something to it. I don't know. It was the first thing that turned me on to, like, the idea that something besides a man-made chemical could regrow your hair. That idea had never occurred to me before seeing this guy's post. So anyway, yeah, I did the guy's protocol and never grew anything. I even, like, he had some other stuff, like you get like a UV lamp, and I was like getting into some, like, I don't know, some really technical chemical stuff. Like, I ended up taking this drug called cetipripent for a while, and it never did anything. And in fact, I got sick over the winter while taking it, and I like had this sore throat for a week and a half that like lingered. It was weird. I guess intuitively I thought it was that cetipripent stuff because it's an immunosuppressant. I guess it wasn't intuitive. I'd known it was an immunosuppressant. It's like some cancer drug. I don't know. It's like I should not have been taking it. It's just straight poison, and it acted like poison in my body. And once I stopped taking it, then the sore throat went away, and I never started taking it again. Anyway, that's besides the point. So I stopped taking the castor oil for years, and then I got back into it again when I went the more natural route. I started with the Jamaican black castor oil, like maybe 2022 or 3, around then. Did that for about a year, didn't get any results. Then I think I went to the regular castor oil, and I quit for a while, and I've been doing castor oil probably for about the last year, sometimes like every day, sometimes twice a week. Now it's like 2 or 3 times a week, like every 3 days I'll slather it on my head, just because of that. I've never gotten anything from it. I mean, it seems to somewhat thicken up or make the hair a little healthier after I shampoo it out, because if you don't shampoo it out, your hair is just a gunky mess all day. But it does, eventually your hair does absorb it. By day 2, if you don't like actually shampoo it out, like your hair looks much less greasier. By day 3, it's like the grease is pretty much gone. It's been absorbed. If you don't want to go the shampoo route, which I try to avoid shampooing as much as possible, even though I shampoo just with eggs. I still don't like to, strip all the grease off, or most of the grease off. The egg doesn't get everything off, which is good, but it gets a lot off. Also, you're just going through eggs, and I get like, the pasture raised, form, so it's like $1.25 an egg or so. But anyway, it does seem to help the existing hair thicken up, but I've never gotten anything to, like the Swiss Temples, like hairs growing on the receded bald temples, slick bald temples growing hair. Never got it. I feel compelled to keep going, so I keep going. The reason I have it on my abdomen, though, and this is actually like one way in which I have had success, is that castor oil is a potent detoxifier, because it It stimulates the lymphatic system. So wherever, like, the idea with castor oil is not the idea, but the properties of the plant are such that the oil itself contains like an unusual amount of heat, unusual amount of calories. So when you apply it topically to your body, it will actually warm what's ever directly underneath it. So in this case, my liver, right? This is where my liver is. So if I apply it over the liver, then that warmth will go to the liver, and it will help, increase blood flow to the area, but also just warmth. And it'll stimulate function, and it'll get the lymphatic system going. So it'll, remove some toxins. The lymphatic system is a liquid drainage system in the body. And actually, I got it smeared all over my abdomen because I'm just covering all the organs, and I'm not laying back on the lounge chair right now because I got it on my kidneys too. And this is a good season to do that. Winter is the season that corresponds to the kidneys in traditional Chinese medicine. So I make an intent to work on the kidneys, and it's hard to do it. Hard to do these these organ smears because it is January, and I'm in Northern California. It's peak day. It's actually pretty nice today, but nice enough to go shirtless. I'm somewhat comfortable, but has been cold. Definitely too cold in the morning to do this. But anyway, the other reason I'm not touching the pad back here is because if you get castor oil on anything, it's just impossible to get at. It just stains the shit out of whatever it touches. It's just a thick, greasy, staining oil. And the other reason is that in order to increase, so there are two ways you can go about doing a castor oil pack on your organs, which I recommend. I do this, in the summer I do it 2 or 3 times a week. I'll do it more in the spring when it's liver season and it's warmer, because it is, one benefit that I know, that the reason I think it is a potent detoxifier in my experience is because the days that I do these organ smears, I sleep better. I sleep better through the night, especially the kidneys, right? Kidneys usually wake me up. I have to go urinate, but I smear this castor oil on the kidneys those nights. Usually I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to urinate. So it does something. That's my experience. I haven't tracked it. There's no scientific data or whatever, but it's just my experience and my inference. But anyway, the two ways to go about doing this is you either do a pack where you wrap a cloth in plastic, place it over, and then put a heater over it. So you want to keep the castor oil warm so it can penetrate into the skin. But I just don't want to. It's just, that's another thing to clean. So instead, what I do is I combine it with DMSO. I forget what DMSO stands for, but it's a solvent that's a powerful plant-based solvent. And that's something it'll drive anything into your skin, deep into your skin, whatever you combine it with. So you have to be careful with you don't want to be handling chemicals and then use DMSO, because they'll just drive the chemicals into your skin. Or in this case, it's the polyester lounge pad. So if I'm touching it with DMSO, that's going to take those microplastics and drive those microplastics into my kidney, which is not good, not ideal, right? I'm trying to flush the kidney, help the kidneys detoxify, flush them out, help improve its function. And it's not going to improve its function by driving a lot of microplastics and other debris into there. I go with the DMSO combination. It's I use 2/3 castor oil, 1/3 DMSO. I get the 99% pharmaceutical grade stuff. I'm going to put affiliate links. I'm starting this thing where I'm putting affiliate links in my videos to one, to make some money, but two, also give you ideas for, you don't have to buy the stuff that I'm just trying to be helpful and also make a living, because I do have a family. But just to give you an idea of what I use for castor oil, and I could describe it. You don't even have to check out the link, but you can check out the link if you need to see what it looks like. Because you can't really get it in stores, in my experience. Some specialty organic stores, you can get some decent castor oil. So you want to look for a glass bottle with a tint, the amber tint, and That's for preservation. Stuff lasts a pretty long time if it's cold pressed and hexane free. That's the other thing. You want organic, cold pressed, hexane free, glass bottle, amber tint. And then for the DMSO, you definitely want that in glass. I'll affiliate link that stuff too. That stuff I can't really, you might be able to find some like 70% stuff in health food stores, maybe mix them with some other stuff, but I just went and got it online. I'm not even sure I can link. I think I'll also link the website that I actually bought it from. And I'm not affiliated with them, just to give you like the actual stuff that I use as an option, so you don't have to go looking for it. Yeah, you definitely want that in a glass, because if it's in plastic, it's just that plastic's gonna leach into the DMSO, and then you're gonna drive that into whatever you're applying the DMSO to on your skin. And then the other thing I use castor oil for, the last part of this video, for specifically for liver detoxification, is you can take castor oil orally. So like a third to a full tablespoon of castor oil, if you ingest that, which is not tasty. If you ingest that though, it is a laxative, and diarrhea is one of the ways in which your body does a major toxic purge. So I've done that because I've struggled with constipation for a few years now, and if I haven't pooped in a day, then I'll do some, it's just as an easy laxative. And also the added benefit, and this is what the Swiss Temples guy, he also took oral castor oil. I forgot to mention that. He did topical and he did oral. I'm not sure if he did topical every day. I think he did. But he did it orally too, and he noted that it causes hypertrichosis, which is excessive hair growth, which to us would be a good problem. Right? So like you take it and like you start growing, more facial hair, or even like hair like in weird places, like the unibrow area, or other parts of your body get hairier. So that, like I said, that might be a really good problem. So twofold, for that reason, the twofold, it's a liver detoxifier, and it could cause this hypertrichosis. And also I think liver detoxification in general is good for the hair, because the liver is the organ that circulates the life force in the plant body or etheric body, if you're into that sort of stuff. The second layer to the human, physical, etheric, soul, spirit. Second layer, and this is actually the most powerful layer, because it's likely our original plant form as humans. Which sounds probably pretty weird, but this is what all the elites believe. And is captured in all of, like, the ancient relics, a lot of them, and ancient scripture too. Even in the Bible, it kind of alludes to us having a plant body. Anyway, so if anything you can do to help your liver, like detox, help it clean out, help purge toxins through the digestive tract, through diarrhea, taken orally, smearing it over your liver, that's going to improve your vitality, right? Liver is spelled live-er for a reason. It's live. Live is in the name of the organ. That's because the ancients believed that it circulated this thing called the life force within us. Anything you can do to improve the function of your liver will improve your vitality. And a lot of your vitality is shown in the quality of your hair. And that's where we show a lot of age first, through receding, balding, but also just the luster and the graying. It's another way we show a lot of age through our hair. So there's a strong connection there. Anything we can do to help the liver will help the hair and our skin, and just overall. That's the way we feel overall, like a lot. Our cognitive abilities, our aura, that'll all be improved through detoxifying the liver. But yeah, if you want to take that every day and have like a big bathroom session in the afternoon, go at it. Let me know how it goes. I haven't been doing it this in the last 2 weeks or so, because I've been doing the carnivore diet. I'm strictly just doing animal foods. So I'll go back to doing it in the spring when I start doing plant foods again. Yeah, the sun is right in my face. Probably not an ideal setting for a video with me squinting and kind of looking away from the camera. Maybe I look like shifty, like I'm lying. I'm not lying. I'm trying to be as truthful as possible, because that's the way, right? That's the way in the Bible. Probably other ancient religions too. Is you got to tell the truth and be your truth. It's all about the truth. Even little white lies, it's not good for us. The truth will set you free. That's the theme of this channel and my website. If you want more ideas on how to detoxify your liver, then check out the website. It's www.hairlossalchemy.com. It sounds really bad. But anyway, I have to, in this setting, it's just necessary because I don't want to put a t-shirt on. It's just going to muck up the t-shirt with the castor oil, and it's cold in the shade. Like, it's way too cold for me to lay in the shade. This is the only way I can tolerate being outdoors shirtless, is if I'm in direct sunlight, which actually feels really good. And also it's really good for you in general to just be out in the sun. The sun gives you nutrients that no other thing in nature can give you. Anyway, this video has been long enough. All right, see you in the next video, to the 3 people who will watch this.